Welcome to Learners Math TV. In this video, we're going to define an arithmetic series, derive and apply the formula for the sum of the first n terms of an arithmetic sequence, and solve real-world problems involving arithmetic series. What is an arithmetic series? An arithmetic series is the sum of a sequence of numbers where each term is found by adding or subtracting a constant to the previous term. So ano ba itong tinatawag nating arithmetic sequence or sequence of numbers? Ito siya, arithmetic sequence, pattern of numbers that increase or decrease at a constant amount. Halimbawa, itong 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. It is a sequence of numbers wherein nag-i-increase siya by 2. Yun yung tinatawag nating common difference. Okay, let us take this example. Let's say 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Pag sinabi natin sum of the terms, yan ay equal sa 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus 10. So, ibig sabihin, i-add mo lang lahat ng kanyang mga terms and that is equal to 30. Ngayon, nangangailangan tayong mag-derive ng formula for the sum of the terms of arithmetic sequence or the arithmetic series. Bakit? Kasi, paano kung pagkahaba-haba niyan? Diba? So, mahihirapan tayo kung wala tayong formula. Ayan. So, kunin natin ito ngayong mga terms na to at pangalanan natin as a sub 1, a sub 2, a sub 3, and a sub 4. Let's say itong a sub 5 ang ating last term. Okay. So, ang ating common difference, as you can see, if you subtract 4 minus 2, that is equal to 2. 6 minus 4 is equal to 2. 8 minus 6 is also equal to 2. 10 minus 8 is also equal to 2. Kaya ang ating common difference in this sequence is 2. Now, talking about the sum of the terms of arithmetic sequence, di ba? Yan ay 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So, kung isusulat natin yan, by its name, ang 2 natin ay a sub 1. So, ilagay natin dito. Ang kasunod di ba ay 4. That is the a sub 2. So, ang katumbas ng ating a sub 2 ay a sub 1 plus the common difference. So 2 plus 2 equals 4. And then, yung ating naman a sub 3, ang katumbas naman ay a sub 1 plus 2 times the common difference. Diba? 2 times 4 because the common difference is 2. 2 times 2 is equal to 4. So that is 6. And so on and so forth. Now, to derive the formula, isulat naman natin po baliktad. Ayan. Paano po baliktad? Kasi ang a sub n is our last term. That is our a sub 5. Yan 10. Let's say, ayan yung 10. Okay? Ano man yung kanyang maging last term, it is represented by a sub n. Tapos, di ba yung 8, that is 10 minus 2 for our common difference. So, 8. So, dito naman, pabaliktad naman ang pagkakasulat natin hanggang makarating doon sa a sub 1, doon sa 2. So, ibig sabihin yan, nandito yung first term na 2, ito naman yung last term na 10. Dito naman, nandito naman yung last term na 10, nandito naman yung first term na 2. Okay, so to derive the formula, of course, di ba, common naman sila, positive and negative, common, positive and negative. If you subtract, di ba, any quantity by itself, so it becomes 0. Kaya magiging 0 yan. So kung 0 na yan, etong d minus d at saka 2d minus 2d, so dito tayo magsimula sa s sub n plus s sub n. So that is equivalent to 2s sub n. Then equals, so eto kapag inad mo yan, lagay na lang natin ang ganyan. Okay? O, a sub 1 plus a sub n. Ganon din dito, yun din ang tira. A sub 1 plus a sub n plus a sub 1 plus a sub n, and then yan, a sub 1 plus a sub n. So, pare-parehas lang siya. Then, kunin lang natin ngayon itong 2s sub n is equal to a sub 1 plus a sub n to derive the formula. Then, divide both side by 2. Okay? Okay. So, bakit di natin sinali yung iba? Bakit ito lang isa? Okay. Later, you will know. Okay. So, ang matitira dyan ay ito. Okay? S sub n is equal to the quantity a sub 1 plus a sub n all over 2. O, ito na yun. Bakit natin hindi sinama? Because dito, tayo ay magmumultiply na lang ng n, which is the number of terms. Ayan yan. Para mas lalong maintindihan yung ating formula na gagamitin, okay? So, magbigay tayo ng visualization or actual use of that formula. Para mas lalo natin maintindihan yung ating na-derive na formula, kung isinulat natin siya from the first term to the last term, pwede natin siyang isulat din, di ba? From the last term to the first term. So kapag in-add natin yung bawat column na yan, kagaya nung ginawa natin dun sa ating pagde-derive ng formula. So this one is 2 times S sub n. And then, ayan. So, lahat ng ito, kapag in-add mo siya, that is equivalent to 60. So, tapos, kinuha natin yung ating A sub 1 plus A sub n. Ito lang ang kinuha muna natin sa pagde-derive natin ng formula. And then, divide both side by 2. That is equivalent to S sub n is equal to the quantity A sub 1 plus A sub n over 2. Sabi ko kanina, hindi itong isa lang ang kinuha natin. Itong part lang na to. Bakit? I-multiply na lang natin siya sa number of terms, which is represented by letter n. Ayan. So, ito ngayon yung ating nabuong formula or yung na-derive na formula. Let us try to use that. Okay, halimbawa, ang ating number of terms is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ayan. So, kung ang number of terms ay 5, S sub 5 is equal to A sub 1 is 2, A sub n is 10. So, over 2 times the number of terms, 5. So, next thing is 2 plus 10 is 12 over 2 times 5. Then, 12 divided by 2 is 6 times 5. That is equal to 30. Nakikita ninyo, ang sum of the terms of this arithmetic sequence is 30. Without an actual or without manually, diba? Adding it. Sa paggamit lang natin ng derived na formula, makukuha natin yung sum ng terms ng arithmetic sequence. So kaya, kailangan ito ay kabisado natin. Actually, kahit hindi mo naman siya kabisaduhin, eventually, makakabisado mo siya kung lagi kang nagpa-practice. Okay, kagaya ng problem na ito. Find the sum of the first 300 natural or counting numbers. Di ba pagkahaba-haba niya? Pag sinabi kasing counting numbers, are the numbers used to count, such as 1, 2, 3, and so on. So, ang pinapa-add sa atin is from 1 to 300, pagkahaba-haba niya. Kaya, kailangan natin siyang gamitan ng ating na-derive na formula. Ayan. Since ang ating number of terms ay 300, 1 to 300 yan eh. Tapos ang ating A sub 1 ay 1, ang ating last term ay 300. So, ito na ngayon ang kalalabasan. Ayan, 300 plus 1 is 301. 301 divided by 2. So, simplify natin by, okay, dividing 300 divided by 2. So, that is, S of 300 is equal to 301 times 150. So, now, the sum is 45,150. 50. O, ganun lang kasimple kung ginagamit mo yung formula. Next example. What is the sum of the first 100 positive odd integers? Okay? Pag sinabing the first 100 positive odd integers, ayan yung 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19, and so on and so forth. Hanggang, di ba, first positive. So hanggang 199. What is the sum of the first 100, di ba, positive odd integers? Bakit hanggang 199? O kasi lahat lang yun ang positive integers ang kinuha mo. Odd. To be specific, odd positive integers. Kasi merong even, di ba? So, yung 100 lang. So, that is 100 terms. Okay, so gamitan natin ang ating formula. So, 100 terms. So, 1, yung ating first term, ang last term natin ay 199. O ba't 199 ang last term? Uli, kasi yung 200 ay hindi na odd numbers. Yun ay even number na. Okay? So, ayan. So, 1 plus 199 divided by 2, di ba? Yan ay ito ay 100. So, 100 times 100, that is equivalent to 10,000. So, that is now the sum of the first 100 positive odd integers. Okay, in this example naman, what is the sum of the first 100 positive even integers? So, even integers naman ito. Yan yung 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, up to 200. Okay. So, gamit tayo ng formula, of course. So, ang ating S, sub 100, sabihin 100 terms, ang ating ina-add magmula sa 2 hanggang 200. That is 100 terms. Okay, so 2 plus 200 is equal to 202 or 202 divided by 2, that is 101. Then multiply by 100, okay, the sum is equal to 10,100. That is the sum of the terms of the given arithmetic sequence. In this problem naman, we're going to find the sum of the first 64 terms of the arithmetic series, 3 plus 9 plus 15 plus 21 plus up to the 64 terms. Ang una nating dapat malaman dito ay kung ano ba yung 64 terms. Kaya gagamit tayo ng formula na a sub n is equal to a sub 1 plus the quantity n minus 1 times the common difference. So, ang hinahanap natin dito, since ang 64 terms, ayan, that is a sub 64 is equal to 3. The first term is equal to n equals to 64 yan, minus 1 times the common difference of 6. Ang galing itong 6, if you're going to subtract 9 minus 3 is equal to 6, 15 minus 9 is also equal to 6, and 21 minus 15, that is also equal to 6. So, yan yan. Diyan galing yung ating letter D o yung value ng ating common difference. So, next, a sub 64 now is equal to 3. Then, 64 minus 1 is 63. So, magiging 63 times 6. Next is 3 plus 378 because 6 times 63 is equal to 378. Then add 3 plus 378. Our 64th term is equal to 381. So yan ngayon ang gagamitin natin to find the sum of the first 64 terms of the arithmetic series. Using the formula, S sub n is equal to the quantity a sub 1 plus a sub n over 2 times n. Ayan. I-substitute natin ang ating mga given values. So, the sum of the 64 terms is equal to 3, our a sub 1, and ang ating last term na 381, which is yung nakuha natin dito, divided by 2 times, yan, 64. Ayan. So, the sum of the 64 terms, or S sub 64 now, is equal to 384 divided by 2, then times 64. Okay? So, 384 divided 2 is equal to 192, then multiply it by 64. Okay, the sum now of the 64 terms of arithmetic series is equal to 12,288. Okay, another example, find the sum of the first 50 terms of the arithmetic series. Okay, 50 terms. So, wala naman tayong last term, kaya kailangan natin hanapin yung 50th terms. So, using again the formula from our previous lessons doon sa ating arithmetic sequence. So, D, kunin muna natin yung ating common difference. Ang common difference natin ay, diba, negative 8 minus negative 5. Kailangan natin i-subtract yung magkasunod, okay, na terms para makuha natin yung common difference. So, that is equivalent to a negative 3. Ayan. So, using this formula, ang ating A sub n, ang ating first term ay negative 5. At ang n, or number of terms, is 50. Yun yung kinukuha natin, 50 terms. Minus 1, okay, from our formula. Tapos, yung ating nakuhang common difference ay negative 3. Ayan. So, A sub n now is equivalent to negative 5 plus 49 times negative 3. So, i-multiply mo yan, yung 49 times negative 3, it becomes negative 147. Then, add to negative 5. So, A sub n is equal to negative 152. So, yan ngayon yung ating last term. Yung ika-50th terms natin. So, using again the formula, ayan, i-substitute lang natin dito yung first term natin, negative 5, plus yung A sub n natin ay negative 152. Itong nakuha natin dito. And divided by 2 times the number of terms, which is 50. Then, ayan. Okay, so simplify. Ayan, so 50 divided 2 is equal to 25. Then multiply by negative 157. So the 50th term, or the sum of the 50 terms, first 50 terms, ayun yung hinahanap natin eh. Find the sum of the first 50 terms of the arithmetic series. So ito na yan, yung kanyang sum. So that is our final answer. In this example, we're going to find the partial sum of the arithmetic series below. Dito, given ang ating first term at ang ating last term. Pero hindi natin alam kung ilang terms lahat ang ating i-add. Kaya kailangan natin gamitin yung formula natin to find n. But first, kailangan muna natin malaman ang ating common difference. That is 12 minus 7, 22 minus 17. Both of them are equal to, ayan, 5. Diba lahat yan? Ganun lang ang pagkuha ng common difference. Then, okay, gagamitin na natin itong formula to find n. Since alam naman natin yung last term, alam natin ang first term, and our common difference, ito na ngayon siya. So, ang unknown variable na lang dito ay n. Then, lipat sa kabila itong negative 7, magiging negative 7 yung positive. Tapos, ito naman, 5 by multiply natin sa quantity n minus 1. By distributive property, 5 times n is equal to 5n, and 5 times negative 1 is negative 5. Then, 187 minus 7 is 180. Itong negative 5, lipat sa kabila ng equation, magiging positive 5. Then equals 5n. Then it becomes 185 is equal to 5n. Divide both sides by 5. Your n now is equal to 37. Magagamit na natin yan using this formula. So, ngayon, ilagay natin yung ating mga value. Ang S sub 37, okay, 37 kasi ang number ng terms natin. So, ang A sub 1 ay 7, ang A sub n ay 187, or our last term, divide 2 times 37. Ayan. So, 7 plus 187 is 194. Then divide, magiging 97 times 37 is equal to 3,589. So, that is now the partial sum of the given arithmetic series. Now, in this example, the 15th term of the arithmetic sequence is 33, and the 50th term is 103. What is the 79th partial sum of the arithmetic sequence? Let us analyze. Dapat alam natin kung ano ang first term at ang ating last term, which is the 79th term. But, primarily, ang given dito sa ating problem ay yung ika-15th at 50th term, which is 33 and 103. So, kailangan, una muna nating alamin ang common difference. Okay. So, the common difference, so yung ating A sub n, so, ang ginagamit nating sequence dito ay nasa pagitan ng 15th term hanggang 50th term. Ang ating last term dito ay 103. Ang first term natin dito ay 33. Then, ang number of terms natin ay 36. Why? Because if you are going to count 15 to 50, kasama yung 15, yung term na yan, all in all, ang number of terms niyan ay 36. So, minus 1, ayan. So, that is equivalent to 35. Now, i-move natin yung 33 sa kabila ng equation. So, it becomes 103 minus 33. Then, times 35 times d. Then, it becomes 70. Then, divide both sides by 35. D is equal to 2. That is now our common difference. Now, alam na natin ang ating common difference, kaya pwede na natin makuha kung ano talaga ang value ng A sub 1 o yung ating first term. Using again this formula, so ang A sub n natin dito ay 33. So we are now dealing with this sequence mula A sub 1 hanggang A sub 15. So since ang ating last term dito ay 33 is equal to A sub 1, yan yung hinahanap natin dito, ito, plus 15 minus 1 times 2. So, 15 minus 1 ay 14, then times 2 is equivalent to 28. Then, i-move natin yung 28 dito sa kabila ng equation. So, it becomes, ayan, 33 minus 28. So, A sub 1 is equal to 33 minus 28. So, that is equal to 5. So, A sub 1 natin is 5. So, dahil dyan, pwede na natin ngayon alamin kung ano ang ating A sub 79. Okay, using again this formula. A sub 79 is equal to A sub 1. Diba yan yun? A sub 1 natin is 5. Plus, ang number of terms natin ay 79, lahat-lahat. Then, minus 1 times the common difference of 2. Then, 79 minus 1 is 78. Then, times 2, it is equivalent to 156. Then, plus 5. A sub 79 is equal to 161. So, yan yung ating pinaka last term, yung 161. For that, pwede na natin ngayong gamitin yung ating formula. So, lagay na natin, ang first term ay 5, ang last term ay 161, then divide 2, then all in all, i-multiply natin yan sa 79. Then, S sub 79 is equal to, yung 5 plus 161 is 166, then divided by 2, that is equivalent to 83, then times 79, our S sub 79 is equal to 6,557. Ayan. Yan ngayon yung partial sum ng 79, di ba? 79th partial sum of the arithmetic sequence. For our last example, A runner is preparing himself for a long-distance race. He covered 6 kilometers on the first day and then increased the distance by 0.5 kilometers every day. Find the total distance he covered in 14 days. Okay, let us analyze. Sa unang araw, tumakbo siya ng 6 kilometers. At sinasabi niya dito sa ating problem na nagdadagdag, nag-i-increase ng distance na 0.5 kilometers araw-araw, every day. So, halimbawa, 6 kilometers ang tinakbo niya sa first day, bukas, 6.5 kilometers na. Kung nadadagdagan siya ng 0.5 or 0.5 kilometers every day. Sa pangatlong araw, 7 kilometers na ang tinakbo niya. So, ang tinatanong dito sa ating problem ay, find the total distance he covered in 14 days. Ayun. So, alam natin by the given statement ang ating common difference dahil ito yung idinadagdag sa sequence of numbers or distance na kanyang tinatakbo araw-araw, 0.5 kilometer. Using that, in this formula, we can now find the A sub 14 o yung tinakbo niya sa ika-14th day. Ayan. So, A sub 14 is equal to 6 plus 14 minus 1 is 13. So, that would be 13 times 0.5. That is 6.5 plus 6. Our A sub 14 is 12.5 kilometers. Ayan. So, magagamit na natin ito ngayon in our formula para malaman natin kung ano ang sum ng arithmetic sequence o yung total distance na tinakbo niya sa loob ng 14 days. Ayan. So, lagay na natin ang A sub 1 ay 6. Ang A sub n, yung nakuha natin dito ay 12.5 over 2 times 14. Ayan. So, ayan. So, 6 plus 12.5 is 18.5. So, 14 divide 2, to simplify that, is becomes 7. So, times 18.5. Okay. Ngayon ay meron na tayong 129.5 kilometers. Ayan ngayon yung total distance, okay, na na-covered nung ating runner sa loob ng 40 araw in 14 days. Okay, galaw-galaw, laging tatandaan, sa math ay hindi maaari na nanonood ka lamang. Upang maging mahusay, dapat lagi kang handa na mag-practice o magsanay.